Halo, bentar guys. Tiwi. Wah. Meong. Meong, meong, meong. 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 The Wolf Among Us. 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 Cry Wolf. Let's go. Sudah ingin melihat ending, mending.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Wait.
Not if I can avoid it.
Not if I can avoid it.
No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Dia langsung intro dong. Oke.
You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
Buat silver bullet.
Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You know why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps. I thought not, but that's okay. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes? I hope you don't still think I did it.
It was Georgie, all right?
Well done, Sheriff. I'm sorry I doubted you. However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it.
Yeah.
You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right, bollocks this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking start this.
Any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage?
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
Surrender. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all that. I give a shit, but he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I already told you. I'm taking both of you in, so let's go.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Whoa, Bloody Mary.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Wow, royok ya.
Over here! You're done, Wolf!
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Nah, cocok
Oh god. Oh. This way.
Sendirian aja.
Come on, George.
Halo Takumi Ryu.
I know.
Semangat bang, iya. Thank you Takumi. Apa kabar Takumi? Wah, anjir kuat ya. Udah makan bang, udah. Kamu udah makan kan? Makasih udah nanyakin loh.
What was that?
No!
Take him off!
I can't!
Pew 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 pew. Wait, what?
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Dia jadi manusia lagi ya.
Holy shit.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, George?
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff?
I'm gonna rip you to fucking pieces.
Go on, then.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, You don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
Just leave it alone.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere.
Vivian.
It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking...
mean-
Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? Ugh. I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore. Ugh.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the crooked man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The crooked man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
George...
You think that'll help? You still haven't learned, have you? Still the same old fucking moron. Go ahead and kill me then, but it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you, you don't know the fuck about anything.
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing.
Oh.
You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them?
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Damn it!
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh! Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did. What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll send someone for your body. Both of you.
Fuck you! Piece of shit.
Close. Loh. Apa? Sorry bang, tadi ke live Vtuber sebelah suaranya nggak ada. Suaranya ada tuh. Ngebug lagi kal. Live chat kok. Terkadang dia nggak langsung masuk gitu. Takumi sorry ya baru baca. Apa kamu masih di situ kah? Terkadang dia nggak masuk apa. Ganggu banget anjir. Bisa gitu. Terkadang dia nggak masuk.
Still warm. He's here, all right. Of course.
Tadi ngebug guys live chatnya. Dia aku nggak keluar ini chat. Ini udah aku refresh sih, kayaknya udah aman sih. Refresh lagi nih.
So this is where they've been sending these.
So this is sending this. Anjir.
Big Wolf. The big bad wolf.
I'm coming for you. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary.
You used to be something.
Anjir di stalking aja. Loh.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Ah, kocak juga. Ini buat peluru memang. Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Aduh.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure we persuade him.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Gua rasakan itu. Wah, ngilang lagi dia, Bang. Kan udah dihidupi kan. Suaranya nggak ada yang mana maksudnya. Jadi aku dong ngindar.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Anjir, ngeri banget ya. Da 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 da. Aduh. Anjir. Ini skillnya nih. Tiup kayak di dongengnya ya. Kau yang asli kau ya. Mati sih Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed. I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out. But I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders two of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
Oh, I don't think so. We're not doing this your way.
How unfortunate. I was hoping we could make this work. What are you gonna do now? Rip me apart like some kind of animal? Killing me here would achieve nothing. And what would Miss White think? You show up with nothing but a corpse. No answers, no proof. You'll never know the truth, and she'll barely stand to look at you.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Tangkap dia nih.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes! What are you waiting
What do you have to say for yourself?
You killed Lily!
was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right to
did
just do this to
everything you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The crooked man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
How about I go ahead and kill you right now?
In front of all these people?
Do I look like I give a shit?
After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning, so cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
room.
it fucking belongs.
So let's get on
But
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? you'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted
I'm sorry,
to—
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but—
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Kalian ya.
And that may not always be clear right away.
Ceritanya.
But I want you all to know
Jadi
that
nggak
I care
sabar nengok
deeply
season 2
about
nya.
all of you.
Dapat. Bisa
And
beli ya.
so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we
Ya.
can certainly punish who's responsible.
Salam.
They're right.
Mau bawa kunci
We're
ya.
all still afraid of him, even now.
Apa, Mam? Bawa kunci kan? Ya.
But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right. Oh, please. This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
Ah, ini dia.
Middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Guilty lah, udah ada ini.
Me too.
Udah ada saksinya.
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take two people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
I could always rip your arms off first. Would you enjoy that?
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
Nerissa.
to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay.
Tiba-tiba kita jadi
It's your call.
ini.
No.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Wow. Oke.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep. Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Anjir, epic banget ya. Baru sadar aja setelah main lagi tuh ceritanya sangat entertain banget gitu. Tapi gokil aja. Nggak sabar jadinya nengok ini season 2-nya anjir.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Sheriff.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin. I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Your dad broke the rules, TJ. You're not allowed to stay in Fabletown without a glamour.
Okay.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin?
Colin.
Where's the fucking pig?
Colin gets to stay.
That's bullshit, Bigby, and you know it. You're all fucking corrupt.
No, I mean like I help you too.
Saying goodbye?
Wait, sini Harrison. Donkey skin.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen,
Takut dia,
I came here
takut
because
putus lagi
I have to
kepala.
tell you something.
What is it?
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start.
Okay.
Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good.
Okay.
But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they'd go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay?
Oh.
I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged
Oh,
for
jadi
mercy
kamu yang
for all of us.
cepuin.
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do Mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie
Oh.
promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened.
Awkward banget.
But that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Oh, jadi dia scenario.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
Get your
So
attention.
you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby.
Both of you.
You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see.
I'm still the bad guy.
After everything you've done for us. Maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Okay.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Oh, deja vu. Deja vu.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon?
Nah, ini belum terpecahkan nih guys. Ini di season 2-nya ini.
Kan they used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you
Nah.
find what you're looking for.
Masih
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Nah, yang masih misteri itu kan ini guys, apa? Si Fate ini dia bisa berubah-berubah nggak salah mukanya, penampilannya dan sebagainya. Soalnya dia bisa nyamar gitu nggak salah di dongeng guys. Makanya dia. You lied to him about seeing beauty. You fucked him after the interrogation. Colin, you gave him drink when you took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down. Disease. You promised to bring the cook in. You chose to wait for him. Did you use him? Wih, goblok. Habis guys. Anjir baru 1 jam 15 menit ya. Nah ini storynya guys, kalau yang mau tahu apa sambungannya di apa ada di novel mereka. Terus season 2 nya kurasa nggak ada sambungan dari season 1 nya nggak salah. Susah guys semua itu, bagus ceritanya loh, seru gitu. Bisa ada yang ketuk kunci-kunci. Terus kita coba nonton trailer. Kita ini guys, balikin ke tempat semula lagi ini. Tamat ye. Akhirnya tamat. Ntar guys ya. Nah nggak trailer itu season 2 nya gitu, keren aja. Season 2 nya. Oke. Semalam banyak kali surprise di apa namanya? Di dunia game gitu. Banyak game-game bagus yang bakal keluar di masa yang akan datang, di tahun 2023 maksud aku. Like The Wolf Among Us 2 trailer ini guys, 8 bulan lalu kan yang baru nih.
You're listed here as a private investigator. What does that sort of work entail?
Depends on the night. Most nights it's
Oh,
watching.
grafiknya makin bagus aja.
I don't know, someone gets greedy, someone gets brave.
And that's what you were doing the night of the incident.
Yeah.
Sheesh, big B.
Took me weeks to track them down.
Sheesh.
They hadn't cast so much as a shadow. Till that night.
Cerita sambungannya guys.
You've been hesitant to share with us.
Keren nggak?
I assume it has something to do with confidentiality associated with the job.
Nah ini dari dongeng apa belum tahu. Yang lainnya ini.
Something like that.
Your boss, Miss White, said things didn't go as planned. She mentioned that there was some violence.
Dia dongeng apa belum tahu.
In the moments when you find yourself losing control. How does the anger manifest itself?
Ini lebih bagus guys ini werewolf-nya daripada season pertama. Werewolf-nya kan kayak jelek gitu kan. Di The Wolf Among Us 2 werewolf-nya lebih bagus anjir. Itu guys, gokil nggak? Kita lanjuti guys ya. Semoga aku bisa beli gamenya di Epic Games masalah. Oke lah, jangan mahal-mahal lagi. Itu kan mahal-mahal ya harganya. 200.000. Pening juga. Banyak game-game bagus yang ini guys. Kayak ini. Ini apa ini? The Walking Dead season 11 ya, yang ngikutin. Aku belum nonton sih sampai segitu. Masih season 10 nggak salah terakhir nonton. Ini tadi video apa? Hands-on preview. Ini sudah apa?
After the incredible success of the Resident Evil 2 remake in 2019, it was a no-brainer for Capcom to revitalize more of its older games to better suit a modern audience. With every step forward though, the quality gap between past and present becomes less striking. And now it's finally arrived at the progenitor of the successful over-the-shoulder Resi playstyle, it's hard to imagine how much an all-time classic can be improved on beyond a fresh coat of paint. But from what I've played of Resident Evil 4 so far, Capcom seems less interested in creating an RE2 remake style gigantic leap. Instead, it appears more laser focused on making one of the best games of all time even better. During my play session, which began at the very start of the game and concluded just after the villager onslaught, everything felt equal parts incredibly familiar and unsettlingly different. The sequence of events were almost identical, but the graphical and design improvements made the locations feel noticeably more lived in, claustrophobic, and wanting to explore.
Sepanjang Resident Evil 4 gokil sih.
Despite my experience with the original, I still found myself nervously tiptoeing around every corner, with the anticipation that at any moment something unexpected could happen. Much like in 2002's Resident Evil remake, elements were strategically organised to subvert my expectations. A highlight in that remake of the original was the early fake-out that preyed on fans' memories of the dog smashing through the windows.
Nah ini sayang banget Resident Evil.
With the Resident Evil 4 remake, I experienced
Resident Evil pertama digituin remake-nya.
One of which also relates to a dog.
Nah ini yang
Fans of the original will fondly remember the opening chapter's unfortunate dog trapped in a bear trap, and how the game gave you the option to release him.
Yeah. Nah ini
you
nggak ada
may also
ini
remember his triumphant return, if you saved him, when he assists Leon to defeat an El Gigante. This time around though, the dog is still there, but he's already dead. Did I not reach him in time? Or was this a signifier of the noticeable shift towards a darker tone for this remake? Either way, this brief moment laid the groundwork for a game that is not necessarily going the way I expected.
Mati anjingnya udah nggak ada.
Where Resident Evil 4 does feel incredibly familiar though, is in its combat. As mentioned previously, with Capcom remaking its classic library based on the ideas pioneered by Resident Evil 4, it was only inevitable that the game would feel the most familiar. Controlling Leon still feels exactly like you'd expect, and he even maintains some of his iconic moves from the original. It was only a matter of seconds before I instinctually began shooting at kneecaps and lining up roundhouse kicks, knocking down anyone that was in the proximity.
Yeah,
the muscle memory instantly kicked in and it all felt extremely satisfying. That's not to say the combat doesn't have any new inclusions though. Beyond the expected update to aiming that now allows you to move, which, although a staple of the genre now, wasn't allowed in the original, there's also some light stealth gameplay. It wasn't particularly advertised to me for a tutorial or anything, but with the addition
Jadi
of the crouch
lebih
button,
serem
it became
ini,
apparent
katanya
I could
horornya
avoid the
bakal
attention of
dibus
nearby
banget.
ganados by silently creeping my way around the village, gathering resources before the onslaught began. You can now also perform stealth attacks from behind on the unsuspecting locals with your trusty knife. I don't suspect stealth will play a huge part in the full game, but it's great to have that variety. Leon also now has a light parry system with his knife, being able to resist or deflect attacks with a well-timed button press. I didn't get time to explore the depths of this system, but it did come in
lawan
handy
Krauser
when confronted
gimana
head-on
anjir
by the
kan
chainsaw-wielding burlap
pisaunya
sack-faced
kok
maniac
jadi
himself,
ada
Dr.
durable.
Salvador.
Oh, ini cutscene ya.
In a flash, I was not only able to resist the full power of the chainsaw, but the deflect also managed to shut down his tool for a few seconds, opening up a window for me to make a run for it.
Gokil, pisaunya bisa nahan gergaji mesin anjing.
For those familiar with the opening village attack from the original Resident Evil 4, you'll know what to expect here. But this time, the process is extremely intensified. The gaps between houses are smaller, the area is tighter, and it feels overwhelming in the best possible way. Dr. Salvador can now destroy wooden structures to block your path, enemies will flank you from every corner, and some even grab and hold you from behind for their fellow ganados to attack you from the front. It feels like every second and decision counted as I desperately wiggled through the herd trying to survive.
Jadi high mechanic game
Despite being
gitu.
familiar with the scene, there was still plenty of surprises to be had, especially considering many moments could easily be missed depending on your strategy. Climbing up the bell tower no longer felt like a safe space, thanks to the floor collapsing beneath me, and the previously static cow, observing all the chaos, can now be spurred into action should its barn, unfortunately, catch on fire.
Oh ini nih, ya ini bagus banget anjir.
Despite a flaming cow running past being initially upsetting, I can't say it wasn't useful when it came to managing the ganados, plowing through several of them while ablaze. Much like the combat, Leon, the rookie cop from Resident Evil 2 turned government agent, is familiar yet modern. He seems threatened by the situation and approaches it cautiously. It's a more grounded take on the original's fearless, cocky and superhero-like bravado. That being said, the guy still has no problem forward rolling out of a second story window and spouting cheesy lines. Yes, the bingo line is still in there. But at least from my small taste of the game, the way he interacts with people, Hunnigan in particular, feels far more grounded in reality.
This is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here, what's your sitrep?
It was always going to be hard for any newer game in the series to experience quite the same technical jump that the Resident Evil 2 remake did. But so far, Capcom seems to be making smart choices in what it iterates on for Resident Evil 4. It feels as if it's trying to perfect that balance between tribute and innovation. And on the basis of the changes and updates I've seen so far, I'm very excited to see more.
Castle.
And if you like that video and want to see more Resident Evil 4,
Ada
why
3
not check
tempat
out
ya.
the inside story
Village,
about the
Island,
mysterious gamer who found a glitch in the original game
ini
and
nih.
changed it forever.
Boss fight-nya nanti. Wah, gokil. Silent Hill juga di remake, guys. Siapa ini sini pecinta Silent Hill? Gue. Silent Hill, ada Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F mana? Kok nggak ada? Every reveal from Silent Hill is turned from permission. Ini apa movie nih? Official behind the skin. Nah ini baru nih. Ini kayak Jepang-Jepang gitu aja gameplaynya. Apanya storynya. Kok bisa gitu Silent Hill jadi ke Jepang aja ininya. Lore-nya aja. Ini ngeri sih guys. Jepang tuh tempat paling mana itu boneka yang ngeri banget. Ini salah satu yang terbaru nih guys, selain dari Kamu apakah roh? Hah? Jir, ini Takumi ngechat. Dude, sumpah aku, kalau kamu chat kamu nggak dibaca, maafkan aku. Chatnya baru keluar di aku, sumpah demi apapun. Maaf ya Takumi. Apa kamu masih di situ Takumi? Kenapa udah kayak gini YouTube-ku udah? Silent Hill. Yang baru nih guys. Ini apa sih? Simbol apa sih dalam aljabar matematika? Ada yang tahu guys? Simbol apa itu? Apa sebutannya di dunia permatematikaan? Yang baru. Ini Silent Hill yang mana dah? Ini movie apa gimana? Game enggak? Jadi ini game baru Silent Hill yang lain. Lah, aku baru tahu anjir. Ini. Banyak banget dia buat versi Silent Hill lagi. Ini Silent Hill apa aja? Silent Hill Dawnfall.
And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Wow. Kok banyak banget anjir Silent Hill. Return to Silent Hill. Ini apa movie kan?
The universe was a great success, great love.
Ini
Into the mist. It was like
This one now has so many years from the first one that there is
James
clear-
Sunderland's Pyramid Head. Ada 2 game lagi ya Silent Hill ya. Gokil anjir. Banyak banget berarti. Oke lah guys, udah dulu. Takumi, thank you. Maaf. Itunya nge-lag kayaknya ya. Makasih. Thank you guys sudah sampai dulu. Thank you. See you guys in the next stream. Peace, love. Have a good day, ecunerz. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. See you guys next time in the next stream. Besok ya guys ya. Minggu. Bye-bye.